Hello, I am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a reading for Gemini moons. How are you doing, Gemini moons? It's so nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. I have a little reading for you if you're interested. Oh, there it is. So as I'm shuffling out your cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths to calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself, get relaxed. I think it's both of these. Get relaxed, get comfy. Let's see what reading I have for you this month. See what's going on with you guys. There we go. Let's get one more. Two more then. We've got a bonus card. Yay! All right, let's take a look at your cards. So for the Oracle card, we have Leadership with a Gemini. Let's go. Gemini, Libra, and the Earth element. Sorry, that was a bug. Isn't that cute though? Gemini moon. Aw. All right, and for your tarot cards, we have the Moon, the High Priestess, King of Swords reversed, Six of Athames, aka Six of Swords, Two of Chalices, aka Two of Cups, and the Seed, aka Temperance. And then we will turn this card over whenever I feel like it's time to flip it over. So, okay, the first thing that's like really clear about this reading, King of Swords reversed with this moon, and especially with what we'll get into here, I think you are trying to force something to happen that isn't going to happen the way you want it to because there is something you don't know about. I know I'm starting off strong with this reading, but that's pretty clear. That's actually very clear. King of Swords, love King of Swords, by the way. He's one of my favorite cards. You know, with that swords energy, that's all about the mind. It's the air element, right? So it's critical thinking, logical thinking, a sharp mind, sharp, quick wit, quick energy. So King, of course, he's a master. He's very smart, very intelligent, very good at using his mind. The problem is when we have him reversed, that is him putting his mind and his energy towards something that ultimately is not fruitful, is ultimately not going to help him. And especially with King of Swords reversed, he can have a very manipulative, demanding, you know, almost like a dictator type of energy to him. So I don't know how much of that aspect of it is really shining through in this reading. But I can definitely say that's really what this feels like, is like, okay, you have these tools and these resources and they are not going in the right direction. We need to find the right direction. And the moon energy is very strong in this reading for sure. And the moon in tarot is about illusions and not seeing things clearly. You can see it in this image, right? We have this cat, who's so cute, but is looking into the mirror, or not the mirror, the water, and seeing this big panther, right? This cat is looking and seeing something that he's not, right? And not to insult the cat, but he's smaller than that, He's not as big as strong in that. He's not as big and strong as a panther, right? The cat needs to clearly see the situation for what it is, clearly see himself for who he is, so that he can make the best plan going forward, right? Now, I'm not trying to imply that you're not as big and strong as you think you are. It just means, it's just an example. And it's more so about looking at yourself and your capabilities, or looking at the situation, looking at this person, whatever we're talking about, for exactly what it is. Because right now there's a lot of energy that is being directed in the wrong direction, right? And especially when we talk about king cards reversed, a lot of times we're talking about trying to control things that you cannot control. Not because you're not good enough, but because they are literally just uncontrollable, right? Again, misdirected, misguided energy that ultimately isn't helping anybody. I mean, it might be helping him in the short term, but in the long term, it will all fall apart and it's not good. So, as far as trying to see what this really is and what is really going on, the Six of Athames, aka Six of Swords, I believe is telling you that you need a different perspective, probably by way of physically leaving the situation. Whatever it is that you're thinking might be, whatever this is referring to for you, whether that be some relationship that you're trying to force and, isn't really going to change, or you're, something you're working on, your job, your school, whatever it is. With Six of Swords, that's about physically moving away from something, even if it's just for a break, right? I think by taking time physically, as much as you can, physically away from the situation, being in a different environment, maybe around different people, I think that'll help you gain the perspective you need to be able to start seeing this more clearly, for sure. We also have the High Priestess. I love the High Priestess. She's very connected to the moon as well. She is, when you see her, she's usually telling you, you need to use your intuition. You need to look inwards at your own truth and what you know deep down. And you need to learn to trust it, It's kind of implying to me that maybe you know deep down that whatever it is you're trying to force to happen, it just isn't going to happen. Maybe you know that deep down. Okay, wait, let me stop myself there, because it's not necessarily that it's not going to happen, whatever it is you want. It's more so just what you're doing right now isn't going to work. That's a very important distinction to make. And it just means you need to direct your energy elsewhere, in order to get whatever it is you're looking for. It just needs to be going in the right direction, because it's going in the wrong direction right now. Like I said, that idea of trying to control the uncontrollable, we need to figure out what is controllable, right? So I think your intuition will help you with that. You know, what feels more right? What feels like the right way to go? I think a little hint that High Priestess is giving you is this Two of Chalices, aka Two of Cups, which typically is about a good relationship. To be more specific, it's about unity and coming together and behaving as one, working as one. Okay, I think before I go forward and explain these two more, I actually want to go ahead and turn over this card. Four of Chalices reversed, aka Four of Cups reversed. I'm trying to like figure out how to give you more like concrete examples. Because I'm wondering if something you might want to consider is being a little, oh, I want to be careful with this. A little less resistant and a little more tolerant, sorry. Or maybe at least thinking about that idea of if this is something where you feel like, you know, like, oh, you know, maybe I am being a little too tolerant. Maybe I'm, you know, this isn't very 50-50. Maybe I'm trying to get my way as much as I can. Compromise, that's the word. I'm trying to, you know, I'm not really doing a good job of compromising. Or is it possible that you're thinking, no, I have compromised way too much. No, I have lost myself in this. You know, I have been way too tolerant. Because the other thing, too, that I'm looking at is the Seed card here, aka Temperance, and that is all about balance. So if you feel like, because now I'm looking at this too, it's also possible that you are feeling this King of Swords because you know that if you don't put in all this energy to make this work, whatever it is, it's all gonna fall apart, you know? Like, for example, if this is talking about a relationship, right? If you're not giving, you know, 110%, meaning you're doing more than your share and also doing his share, sorry, and also doing their share, and you know that if you stop doing what it is you need to do, everything is going to fall apart, maybe that's something to consider, you know? Again, that idea of trying to force something and putting all your energy into something that ultimately won't be very fruitful, you know? So, yeah, right there. No, if I'm telling you, hey, maybe you need to just like be a little more tolerant, and your first thought is, no, I've been way too tolerant, it's been way too much, then I feel like that might be what's happening here. Which again, I think it's kind of up to you, as in the cards are not telling you whether or not you need to stick with this or not, or if you need to let it go. It's not necessarily saying that, but they are saying that if you're gonna stick with this, you should probably switch up your strategy, you know, trying to get the energy going in the best direction possible. Or if you feel like you've run out of options and you are just really struggling to make this work, maybe your energy is best directed elsewhere, right? And like I said, with this Six of Swords, I think walking away, physically being away, at least for a little bit, being in a different environment, if you can, would be very beneficial. I think it'll help you get that perspective, help you awaken this. Okay, lastly, I do want to say this Four of Cups. I like to see Four of Cups reversed. Because Four of Cups is about apathy and boredom and being upset with what it is that you have, right? So Four of Cups reversed is about saying, okay, you know what? I do not like these cups. I'm gonna go find a new one. And look at that. There is a new one right there. You just have to get up and change your perspective, right? Go somewhere else. Do something else. But Four of Cups reversed, it's that, okay, I'm just gonna, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to find what it is that I want and actually pursue it, So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm sorry this reading, I hope, I try to be a little more concrete and give you a little more of a clear path, but sometimes with the cards, it's just not for me to say, especially if you see High Priestess come up. Yeah. But that being said, if you have any questions about this or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. On the shorts part of my channel, I have hundreds of shorts videos, where I talk about each of the cards. I talk about their upright meaning, their reversed meaning, as well as any symbolism within the cards. So if you're interested, I recommend hopping over there. Let's see if I could recommend one. I mean, I explained all of the cards kind of a lot in this reading, maybe a little more than usual, but I guess if you want to take a look at the moon, I feel like that's describing the situation best, if you want any more clarity. But again, I did kind of describe this all pretty well. So anyway, Gemini moons, I am wishing you lots of strength through this, strength in the right direction, of course. Maybe the strength to listen to and trust your intuition, because that takes a lot of strength. That's not easy. But I'm wishing you a lot of peace as well, and lots of luck getting through this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!